Hello, good morning. Welcome back. As promised, Sunday. So I'm giving up recording this follow-up video as I promised on Friday. Um, so what's the news? Unfortunately, not so much good news. Things didn't go as I hoped they would go. Not so much progress, not so much good results. But um, let's get to the good news first, okay? A few small improvements I did. One is to add code blocks, the preview uh, code in a kind of formatted way, like ChatGPT does, which is pretty interesting and useful because I also do sometimes ask questions related with code. So it's useful to get the proper formatted code because before it was really a mess. So right now it looks like this. So like ChatGPT, it gives me a more formatted and, well, easier to understand code. So here I'm asking to write a function in PHP that takes a start and an ending number and then returns an array with all even numbers between those two. So it gets everything pretty much correct and then formats it correct. And then I can interactively ask for changes like you do in ChatGPT. So now I say make it strongly typed, and it does. It adds the types and return types. Then I ask to add a doc block to it, so the function is documented, and there it goes, proper description, proper types, etc. So this is just a small quality of life enhancement, but it's going to be pretty useful for me. Then I did add the database records for the summaries of the chat and also the summaries of when two memories are joined together. And with that, I also made the code for this interactive console command to approve joining memories one by one. I already tested it a couple of times. I caught 3 or 4 memories that didn't join so well. I improved a little bit the prompt so that it gives higher priority to the most recent memory, so that when you have conflicting information, the most recent one prevails. So that was done, and I think it's going to be useful. Of course, I'm starting now with these records, so everything from the past I didn't save. So in terms of fine-tuning a model for this will take even longer because I'm starting from 0 records. Maybe I have like 10 now, so it's gonna take a while to get there. Another improvement I did, which I found out while chatting and trying to get memories of past discussions, was to dig deeper to find relevant memories. And what I mean by this, so if you remember from Friday's video, I'm getting the memories from 3 different places or from 3 different approaches. One is from the conversation itself and the summary of the conversation, then the last user input, so the last user message, and then others related with date and time. So now I'm doing a little bit an extra step here, which is to get memories of other memories. So kind of digging deeper. So the last user input gives me the main focus of the conversation in case, especially in case when I change subject or change topic. So out of those 5 memories that it might get, maximum, of course, it might be less. For each one of them, I'm going to try and find the top 2 other memories that are related with that one, which might not come up in the initial prompt, in the initial search, but then I find a little bit more relevant and useful memories to inject and to continue the conversation. So I think this works really well. I'm still trying to tune the amount of memories because sometimes initially I started with 10 or here, and this exploded because of course it's 5 times 10, so it was 50. So I was getting huge prompts for the analyzer, which and for the talk, which was not good. So now I've reduced this quite a bit, and I'm still fine-tuning these numbers to see what works best. So fine-tuning update. So I got finally to the 200 samples that I wanted, and I of course couldn't resist, and I tried to fine-tune the new models, both for the analyzer and for the chat component, and the results were once again very suboptimal. I did see improvements compared to the fine-tuning I did when I had only 100 samples, which was mostly just garbage output at that point. Now I've got the syntax, the structure of the output is correct, but it still has two major flaws. The analyzer still gives me a lot of repeated memories. That's my main struggle right now. And the talker is also trying to, because I don't have a specific token or word as to use as a stop word, it just keeps going on and on and on, which usually in my regular prompt, even without a stop word, it doesn't do that. But here it finishes talking as Armin, and then it tries to imagine what Nuno would say next, and then what Armin would reply, and then it goes on and on and on. So this will need more samples. And I was revisiting the OpenAI documentation on this. Of course, that's always the best thing to do. If you go to the documentation of OpenAI and you open the fine-tuning, you will see that they tell you, let me see where it is. Okay, here, a good starting point is around 500 samples. So I'm pretty far from 500 samples. But they also say that we found that each doubling of the dataset size leads to a linear increase in model quality. So by the time that I doubled the dataset from 100 to 100, I saw a very big increase in data quality. I saw that, even if it's still very far from what I need. So I'm pretty sure that when I double again from 200 to 400 samples, we're going to see an even better output, maybe usable at that point. Of course, that to reach 400 samples, it's going to take me a long, long time. I've only reached 200 now. So I really need to use this AI agent a lot to generate a lot of content. But some people might ask, why does it take so long to generate samples? Because if you're chatting, you generate a lot of stuff. The problem is that it's almost like a supervised chat. So I need to look at each output of the analyzer, fix it, each output of the chat, fix it when needed, so that I really get good data for the fine tuning. So sometimes a conversation with 6 or 7 lines takes me more than half an hour to do, because I'm really looking into what are the memories he's picking up, what are the bad memories he's trying to store that shouldn't be, editing that out. Then the talker comes in. Sometimes he spills up garbage. Sometimes he gives good output. Sometimes I go to ChatGPT and compare what would be ChatGPT answer, and then pick up some parts of his answer, because I don't really like the way ChatGPT answers all the time. So, but sometimes it's good. So sometimes I pick up a little, some parts of his answer, copy paste into my own, compose it a little bit to make it how I would like it to be. So all this takes a long, long time. It's a very manual process. And so until I get to 400, I think it's going to take me a long time. But if I use this daily, we will eventually get there. So in terms of next steps, I really don't have very big things and important things to do now. These were the major ones that I wanted to do, which I already cleared from my tasks. So now my purpose is to get to the 400 samples to do the fine tuning. So I don't think I'm going to put more energy, even though I have a few ideas of features for it and improvements. I don't think I'm going to put more time into it, because again, like I said on Friday, I don't like when I'm putting energy into something that I'm not clear if it's going to work out, because I'm not sure if I have the return of the time invested. So I'm going to put a standstill on new features, maybe just fix a few things as I see fit, or improve a few things here and there. But I will mostly just use it from a user perspective to generate data. And parallel to that, I will do some more research and explore a little bit more on other areas that I would like to explore. One of the things that I want to explore is LangChain AI, which I found out a couple of days ago. LangChain AI is very interesting. They have like a library or it's more like a tool slash library where you have different agents, or you can think of these as integrations and plugins, which allow you to chain prompts one and after the others to generate the final result. So I didn't research it very well yet. It seems quite interesting. And from what I've seen, it wouldn't be the best way to do this project that I'm trying to do. But I think there's a lot of potential here, and I'm definitely going to research it a little bit more and try it, because I think I can take a few ideas out of it to maybe explore, how I could improve Armin as well. So this is definitely going to be on my list also as something to be doing in parallel. So for now, that's it. That's the update. I was also hoping that I would have much more interesting news to share today, but yeah, I had high expectations, and when you have high expectations, the probability of being disappointed it's slightly higher. So I don't know if I'll be back in a week with updates. Depends on how things go. If I really add anything new to it. If not, I'll probably wait until I have the samples and to do the fine tuning and then see how it goes. So thanks again for your interest in watching these videos, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.